Okay, now most people I run into are saying, "Oh, let's go. How do I get a grant to do what they want to do in life or fix up problems?" Well, grants are the wrong thing to look for. That's right, because you don't realize what people don't see is that 80% of the free money that government gives out is not even called grants. So you're missing 80% of that stuff. And that's what actually the key I think to doing things in life is finding unusual ways to do things. If you're chasing the same money everybody else is, well, man, yeah, you're way back in the pack. So you got to really be clever enough and find out what's there and how to use it. And that's the important thing. So you need financial assistance is really the general term you could use. Now, I ran into some new programs. I was up, my wife got her master's degree, and at the graduation, it's a university or a college that gives out master's degrees, and it's in restorative justice actually, and they get grants from the state. And I was looking at these grants they get. What they're called is tax credits. Okay, now here's how this works. It's really neat. The state government, and here it is. Here, if you go Pennsylvania, the program is called Educational Improvement Tax Credit Program. Okay, now what they do, they pass legislation in the state of Pennsylvania where companies who have money, what the government does is give the companies money to give to you because maybe you want to solve education problems in the community or something like that. So that's how you get it. See, that's not even called a grant. You don't even know where the hell to ask for it, where it is or whatever. See, it's something in the tax code that's given to companies. Now they're giving out the grants, but they don't call it grants. The government doesn't call it grants. Somebody calls it grants, but actually the government is getting less money. It's government money because this is tax money they would get from the company, but they say, hey, you don't have to pay taxes. Give that tax money to somebody who's trying to do something in the community. Okay, wow. So it doesn't cost the company anything, right? The government is the one that's losing revenue for the taxes from the taxes that they normally get. But what they do is say, no, okay, don't pay us the tax money. You give to somebody who's solving education problems in the community. That could be at any level, kindergarten or after-school programs for kids, or anything. So there's a source of funding for you, and it costs nobody anything because except the government and us taxpayers because they're getting less tax money. But it doesn't cost the business anything. So you got to find out the businesses that have this. So what you do, like here in Pennsylvania, the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, you see this program, ask them about that program and who's getting that tax credit. So you could apply for that money that they're giving out for free. So the company is really getting it from the government. So instead of paying the government in taxes, they're paying you to do something important. And they have another one in Pennsylvania. It's called the Scholarship Tax Credit Program, Opportunity Scholarship Tax Credit Program, right? And that is for really families and people for kindergarten, that you're in a school that you don't like and your children isn't doing well. They give you like $8,000-$10,000 or something like that, to go to a private school or to another school or something like that. So who would have thought? Now you can't make a lot of money doing this. It's for students like I think the families can't make more than like $80,000. That's crazy. Or actually it goes up to 100, depending on how many dependents you have. And it's for elementary school and grade school and high school. Okay, so if you want to go to a private high school, then this is a source of funding. But who would have thought? Who would have known it? Yeah, hey, do you have any opportunity scholarship tax credits? No, nobody. And that's why it's all about doing research, about getting information, about getting knowledgeable about this stuff. So that's, just another way. No, okay, this is for Pennsylvania. You have to find out what your state has. That's the key. And there's some federal tax credits. One that I write about in my housing report. So if you're looking for money to buy houses or be a real estate investor or fix up houses, is the low income housing tax credit. This is a national program. The other one's a state program. So you got to find out what tax credits are in your state, and then maybe even local. So that's why it becomes a complicated process. So everything isn't, just in one source. You have to do the research, and that's why I spend most of my day researching for people. So custom report. But here it is: low income housing tax credit. Now that's a Department of Housing Development program, and they do $8 billion a year, billion for people, and they say they give out maybe 1,000 to 2,000 projects a year, so 1,500 projects a year get this kind of money. And what you're getting, again, some organization will take the tax credit and give you the money to build the houses. So in other words, if you say, hey, I want to build houses or developments for low-income housing, well, they say, okay, that sounds like a good idea, and we'll give you, $1 million of tax credit. Oh, what? I don't pay any taxes. So how am I going to take advantage of the tax credit? Because you have to pay taxes to have a tax credit. So in other words, then you don't have to pay the taxes. So if you're paying $1 million taxes, then you just got $1 million free because you don't have to pay the taxes. Okay, but fat cats are that way. So what happens? Fat cats buy your tax credit. So now you have maybe only $900,000, but you got almost $1 million because they got a big tax bill, and they get that taken care of, and give you the money to do so. So that's why there's always more than one way to skin a cat, and that's a federal program, but you go again to your state, because your state has it, then your county, and that's a trickle-down theory from the other one. The other one we talked about was really start and ends at the state, so check your state for all the tax credits. Is probably the best place to start like that, but it just takes digging, man. And remember, the two kinds of places you're looking for are .org, org, or .gov. See the websites I just gave you. That's huduser.gov, and the other one is dced.pa.gov. That's where the benefits are. That's where the cool stuff is. If you're doing .com, man, they're going to get money from you. These websites give money to you.